Maxime, you've been tasked with being the composer of the Ice Storm Symphony. It's going to be a composition that will highlight the 25th anniversary of the iconic 1998 Ice Storm. Where did the idea come from?
Well, I was in talk with Boris Brott and the Orchestre Classique de Montréal. I've been collaborating with them for many years, and they wanted to commission me a big piece for their concert of summer 2023. And they were thinking about maybe something related to environment. So I suggest them the idea to write a symphony based on the ice storm of 1998, which would be 25 years after the ice storm. And they really liked the idea. And I found it was interesting because instead of directly speaking about environment and the weather changes and everything, I thought it was interesting because that moment told us and showed us all how much we're connected to the environment, because when the electricity shut down, we realized how much we were dependent of the electricity, and that our fate is so closely linked to the fate of the environment. When it doesn't go well in the environment, it doesn't go well for us also. So I thought it was a kind of interesting kind of metaphor to tell with music.
I love how you've just put that together, but how does one evoke Ice Storm through music? Like, what's the process when you have to write a symphony and actually go pull at those emotions?
Well, there was a lot of angle in which I tried to approach the idea of that symphony. For example, a symphony usually is 4 movements, so 4 short pieces stacked together. So I thought that could be interesting to have 4 themes related to the ice storm. So the first movement is called Turmoil, and it's kind of a dramatic music, very descriptive of the storm, and it evokes the turmoil both of the weather, but also the turmoil of the people that were living through that storm. The second movement is called Warmth, and it's memory of warmth and generosity and empathy and people helping each other in a way that is sometimes unexpected. A neighbor you never talked to suddenly helps you and gives you shelter. And that was interesting because it's kind of a link to the old days in the past where people would just gather around in front of the fireplace and maybe play some folk music. So this movement will also be inspired by folk traditional music, and so that's for the second movement, Warmth. The third movement is...
We have to go faster through the third and fourth because we don't have much time left. So what's the name of the third one?
Darkness, and it evokes the black nights with no electricity, only the sky lit. And the last movement is Light. It's the return of light, of electricity in normal life. So big crescendo of positive energy.
So we saw in the little B-roll that was rolling there that you actually work on a computer. I think we have a little extract of that first little tidbit of music, right?
Yeah, it's just like a demo that I'm working on with the computer of how it will sound like eventually when it's going to be performed with a real orchestra.
Let's take a listen. Well, I know that we have to wait 2 years to hear it all put together, but this is absolutely fascinating. Tell us when the Ice Storm Symphony will be performed and by which orchestras, and then we have to go.
Yeah, so it's a commission of 5 orchestras, just like during the ice storm, a lot of solidarity between people. Here, a lot of solidarity between orchestra. So the first performance will be with the Orchestre Symphonique de Laval. They will perform only the second movement of the symphony this winter. Then this fall, in September 2021, Rocco and Houston will perform the first movement. And then the Orchestre Classique de Montréal will do the official premiere in the summer of 2023. And then the Orchestre Symphonique de Sherbrooke and the Orchestre Symphonique de Trois-Rivières will play also the complete symphony in their season of 23-24.